Welcome. In this tutorial, we will build these two app screens step by step in Figma. So let's get started. First, we click on Frames at the top left and select an iPhone frame. Then we click on our text tool at the top left and write a text, exactly the one we see in the template. We change the font size to 20 on the right and the font height to 28. Then we click again on the top left on our text tool and write a second text. This text we give the size 14 and the height 20. Then we click on the top left on our rectangle tool and draw a rectangle. We make sure that the icon is marked and change the size to 120. Then we mark both text and add an auto layout. We change the distance to 8. Then we mark both our text and our rectangle and combine it with auto layout. We define a corner radius of 16 and activate clip content. We click on it again and change the corner radius to 8. That fits better. Then we add a background. We select our color picker and choose our blue background. We click on the text and change the color to white. Then we add a distance to the left and right of 16 and to the top and bottom of 16 as well. Then we select our auto layout and set the distance from 26 to 0. Then we drag our auto layout to the entire width of our screen, click on our width, and enter -32. Then we center our element. Click on our text and set the width from hug to fill. Then we click again in our rectangle and change the size to 140. That looks good. Then we select our text tool at the top left. We click on our frame and write our text. We change the size to 14, the height to 20. Then we select Frame at the top left and drag a frame into our iPhone. The size here is 72. We give a background color, select our color picker again, and select the color from the template. Then we change the corner radius to 8. We click on our ellipse tool at the top left and draw a circle in our frame that we just created. We now center the circle and mark both the text in our frame and combine them with auto layout. We change the distance to 8 and then we copy our element with Command C and add it again with Command V. We move it a little to the right and adjust the text. We do the same a second time. We adjust the text again. And also a third time. And again, we adjust the text. Then we mark our 4 elements and combine them with auto layout. We change the distance to 16 and center our element. Then we copy our element with Command-C and insert it with Command-V. We move it a little bit down, then we click in our text and adjust them. After we've done that, we mark both elements and combine them with Auto Layout. We change the distance to 16. No, wait, 8 fits better. Then we select our text tool at the top left. Click on our frame and write our desired text. We change the size of our text to 20 and the height to 28. Then we select Frame at the top left and create a frame in our workspace. We change the size to 24x24 and add a background color. We select our text tool at the top left, write another text, change the size to 14 and the height to 20. We copy our frame that we just created and insert it again. We do the same a second time. We start with our left area and combine it with Auto Layout. We change the distance to 8 and align the whole thing left center. Then we mark our right elements, combine them also with Auto Layout, and change the distance to 8 to the left and right and to 4 to the top and bottom. Then we change the corner radius to 99 and add a background. Then we mark our two elements and combine them into one Auto Layout. We change the distance to all sides to 16. We define a background color. Click on our color picker and select the color from the template. Then we change the corner radius to 99. We click on our left text and select the color picker, zoom into our template and select our desired color. Then we drag our element to the entire width of our screen. Click on the top right in the width and enter -32. Then we center the whole thing. We change the distance of our elements to auto. After that, we click on our frame and drag it to our desired height. Then we select the text tool, click in our frame and write our desired text. We change the size to 16, the height to 24. We select our 24-pixel frame, copy it and paste it again. Then we drag it to our just written text. Mark both elements, copy them, and insert them again. Slide the whole thing down a bit. Click into our text and write our desired text. Then we select the pen tool at the top left and draw a straight line. We change the color of the lines. We zoom into our template and select our desired color. Then we mark our frame and our text, combine it with auto layout, and change the distance to 16. We align the whole thing left-centered. We do the same with our lower element. Select both. Combine with auto layout. Reduce the distance to 16. Align it left-centered. Then we mark our 3 elements. Combine them also with auto layout. Draw the width exactly on our iPhone frame. Click on our line and change the width from fixed to fill. Let's see. I think we have to undo that. We click again on our line, change the state from fill to fix back again. Click on our width and enter -40. Then we click on our auto layout and align the whole thing to the right. We click on our lowest and highest element and change the width to fill. And now we have created exactly the element as we see it in our template. We click on the text tool at the top left. Click in our frame and write our desired text. We change the size to 18 and the height to 28. Then we click on Frames at the top left and drag a frame. We change the corner radius to 8. Give a background color. Click on our color picker and choose a color from the template. Then we mark both elements and combine them with auto layout. We change the distance to 16. Then we choose our 24x24 frame and copy it. After that, we choose our text tool and write a text. We change the size to 12, the height to 16. Then we mark both elements and combine them with auto layout. We adjust the distance to 8, the distance to all other sides to 16. We copy the whole thing and paste it again. We move it to the right. Click in our text and match it. We copy the whole thing, move it a little bit, and match our text. Then we choose our to write text and change the color. For that, we zoom in our template and choose the color picker. We mark all 3 lower elements and combine them with auto layout. We change the width to our entire screen. Then we select all 3 elements and change the width from hug to fill. After that, we click on your auto layout and change the distance to 0. We give the whole thing a white background color. After that, we add a border, then change the direction to top and outline. We select our color. Click on the color picker and select the color from our template. Then we change the strength from 1 to 2. This is our basic framework for the first screen. We drag our second screen, which we want to create, to the right. We click on Frame on the top left and select an iPhone frame. We click on Frame again on the top left and drag a frame to our entire width. We change the height to 320. We assign a background color. For this, we select the color picker again and click on our template. Then we select one of our 24-pixel frames, copy it, insert it again, and drag it into our right screen. Then we click on Frames at the top left and drag a 40-pixel frame. We assign a background color. We adjust the corner radius to 99, and we drag our 24 big frame into our 40 big frame. We move the whole thing up. We make sure that both sizes are activated and match the size to 48. That fits better. Then we select our small frame again and align it in the middle. Then we click on our text tool at the top left, write our desired text, just like we see it in the template. After we have done that, we click again on our text tool, click on our iPhone frame, write our text, copy the whole thing, write a text again. We change the size to 12 and the height to 16. Then we mark our two texts and combine them with auto layout. We align it centered in the middle. Change the width from hook to fixed, as well as the height, and define a value of 40. Then we click on our selection color and select white. Then we define a background color. We change this to black. Then we copy our 24 frame and drag it a little bit down. We mark our text and drag it a little bit smaller. We select our text in our 24 large frames and combine them with auto layout. Then we pull our element from below a little upwards. Now we select our other element again and define a background color. Now we select both elements and combine them with auto layout. We change the distance to 0. We click on our right element and change the width to 8 to the right and left. Then we select our entire element and change the width. Then we select our right auto layout and change the width from hug to fill. Then we select our text and change the width from fixed to fill. Then we scroll down a bit and click on the three dots within our text styles. And below we activate the field and define the value too. Then we select our right card layout again and adjust the distance to 8. That looks good. Then we select our right auto layout element. We copy it, insert it again, and move it down. We adjust the size a little, click in our text and adjust it. Then we select our auto layout again, change the size a little, adjust the distance up and down to 8. Then we select our text tool at the top left and write our desired text. Size to 16, height to 24. We select our rectangle tool and draw a rectangle. We change the width to 56 and the height to 4. We define the corner radius to 99. Click on our color, select the color picker, and select the color from our template. Then we mark both elements and combine them with auto layout. We adjust the distance to 8, the distance up and down also to 8. Then we give a stroke. This should be bottom aligned. We change the side to center, and we change the value from 1 to 2. Then we click on our color and select the color from our template. Then we drag the whole thing to our full screen width. After that, we click on individual padding. With this, we have the possibility to only define our distance downwards. We change the number to 16. Then we select our text tool at the top left. Click in our frame and write our desired text. Then we select our 24 frame again. Copy it and drag it down. We copy our text and adjust it again. We change the size to 14, the height to 20, and the strength to regular. Then we copy our left text and adjust it. We copy the text again and adjust it. Then we copy our left text and adjust it as well. We change the size to 18, the height to 28. We select our two lower texts and change the strength to regular. Then we select our top text, copy it, and adjust the text. After that, we add an auto layout, name the distance to the top and bottom to 2 and to the left and right to 4. We click on our background color and select our color from the template. We click on black in our selection colors and define white. We scroll up a little and define the corner radius to 4. Then we click into our text and change the size to 14, the height to 20. Then we mark our 3 upper elements and combine them with auto layout. We align them left central and adjust the distance to 8. Then we mark our 2 text elements in the middle and combine them with auto layout. Then we mark our 24-pixel frame, copy it, and add it to our lower auto layout. We change the distance to 0. Then we mark our 3 left elements and combine them with auto layout. We change the distance to 0. No, wait a minute, 4 fits better. Then we click on top left on frame and draw a frame. We change the height and width to 80. We give a background color. Then we mark all 3 lower elements and combine them with auto layout. We move the whole thing to the middle. Define a distance to the left and right of 16, and to the top and bottom also 16. Then we define a corner radius of 16. Add a background color and a stroke. We change the value of the stroke to 2, the alignment to center. Then we pull the whole thing to our complete screen width. Click on our width and enter -32. Then we click in our middle auto layout. Wait, no. We select our top auto layout and pull it out of our big auto layout. We move it to the right. After that, we combine our auto layout with our text. We align everything to center left. Then we move our element to the middle. Mark our element on the right and combine everything with auto layout, and we change the direction to vertical. After that, we change the width from hug to fill. We do the exact same thing to our top auto layout and change the distance to auto. After that, we click in our upper auto layout and define the distance to 0. The last step is to center our entire element. And see, we have a very similar element created to our template. Now we copy the whole thing, pull it a little bit down, delete our lower batch, and remove our stroke. We align the whole thing left-centered, then we change our text. We delete our 2 right elements as well as our lower elements. Then we mark our element and copy it, and that's it. We move it down a little, mark our 3 elements and combine them with auto layout. We change the distance to 0. We click on our 2 lower elements and remove the background color. We select our upper element and change the distance to 8. We do exactly the same with our other elements. We also change the distance to the left and right to 8. Then we select our 24-pixel frame, copy it, move it down, select our text tool, and write our desired text. We change the strength to medium, the size to 14, the height to 20. We copy our 24-pixel frame again and move it to the right. Then we mark our 2 left elements and combine them with auto layout. We change the distance to 8. Then we mark our 2 lower elements and combine them again with auto layout. Then we select our text tool at the top left, write our desired text. Change the size to 16, the height to 24. We add an auto layout, change the distance up and down to 16 and on the left and right side to 24. We add a background color and change it to black. Then we select our text and change the color to white. Then we click on Frame on the top left and open a 56-pixel frame. We give this a background color. For this, we select a color from our template again. Then we copy our 24-pixel frame and place it inside our just created large frame. Then we mark our 2 lower elements and combine them with auto layout. We change the distance to 8, drag our element a little into the size, select our left element, and change the width from hug to fill. Then we mark our 2 lowest auto layouts and combine them to one auto layout. We change the distance to 16. The distance to the left and right also to 16, and to the top and bottom also on 16. We then align the whole thing centrally. We click on our auto layout and change the width exactly to our screen size. We click on our top auto layout and change the width from hug to fill. We change the distance to auto. We do exactly the same with our lower element. We click on our big auto layout and add a background color as well as a stroke. We define this stroke on top. It should be outside. We select our color. Lastly, we click in our middle element, define a distance to the left and right of 16, as well as to the top and bottom. Then we mark all 3 elements and combine them into one large auto layout. Again, we assign a background color, click right on our corner radius icon and define right top 24, as well as left top. Then we pull our top frame a little bigger. And we're done with this tutorial. We have the basic structure of our screens. If you want to know what happens next, check out part 2 of this tutorial. You can find the link in the description. Would you like to start a career as an app designer? Then get our online video course. You'll get over 100 videos where you'll learn everything you need to know. We'll create a design system together and show you how to build your own apps. In addition, you'll receive a design system worth $149 for free. You'll learn what the real workday looks like in a large IT company and how to best prepare for it. And in the end, we'll show you how to write a perfect application for your dream job. All you have to do is visit our website appcourse.io and secure yourself a free access. So, what are you waiting for? Start your new career today.